So at the British Academy today, we formally launched our Carbon Trust Standard for Supply Chain, which is a new product and service from the Carbon Trust designed to help organisations understand and reduce the greenhouse gas emissions associated with their direct suppliers. We decided to create a standard for the supply chain because inevitably the focus in recent years has been on direct organisational emissions, those emissions that a company is directly accountable for and responsible for. But we recognised that for a lot of organisations, the emissions for which they feel accountable for are associated with their upstream supply operations.
Wilma Dixon has always had a strong reputation for being a responsible business. And clearly in the last decade or more, the whole subject of sustainability has become much more a subject that we know we have to tackle, address, understand and do something about. Similar to all major contractors and the construction sector generally, we engage as an organisation a substantial number of companies to deliver works and goods for us to perform our business.
The Carbon Trust Standard for Supply Chain is very challenging precisely because the operations are not in direct control. This standard is quite unique in the way it seeks to engage and involve other organisations in the process.
We chose to work with the Carbon Trust in trying to tackle our supply chain emissions on the basis of, firstly, we'd already developed a very good working relationship in securing the Carbon Trust carbon standard a few years ago. So that relationship was already in place. We have a very good working relationship with the team at Carbon Trust, which means that actually we get a great deal of value from that relationship. Clearly there's a value in terms of the brand reputation. The credibility that Carbon Trust brings to the approach that we adopt, and the stamp of credibility is very important to us. And secondly, because actually this is the next step on our journey, the Carbon Trust very timely introduced the approach through the supply chain standard, and therefore it was entirely in line with what we wish to do, and there was absolutely no difficulty in us deciding to engage the Carbon Trust and become part of the Pathfinder process to move us along that journey.
The Carbon Trust cares passionately about moving to a sustainable low carbon economy, but for the organisations that we work with, there's both that aspiration as well as the imperative to deliver operational bottom line results. And the Carbon Trust Standard for Supply Chain helps organisations get to grips with where energy is consumed in their supply chain, where emissions originate, and where there are genuine win-win opportunities to engage businesses in reduction. And that manifests itself in terms of more energy efficient processes, reduction in energy consumption, and ultimately lower costs both for businesses and consumers.
For us to maintain our reputation, for us to be confident that we're delivering services to our clients the way that we wish to do so, it means that we have to be very careful about first our selection and secondly how we work with our supply chain, so effectively they become a reflection of our business.